Hey y'all, hey. How y'all doing? Me, my throat hurts, but I'm doing good. I figured I would do the Country Wayne skits for the past couple days. Let's start with, of course, Amber, and everybody's having an issue with Amber going to Spain. I don't have a problem with it, honestly. Like I said on my live yesterday and today, that when it comes down to God bringing people in your life, God ain't gonna bring the people in your life that you actually want, meaning that people that are drop dead gorgeous or someone that you're used to that's predictable. God gonna bring somebody in your life that's not going to be what you expect. Somebody different. Somebody that's not the average. So I don't understand why people don't understand that God brings things on his time and not our time. So who knows? God may have brought Victor into Amber's life is to give her a different experience. Maybe just maybe she needs to date somebody different than what she normally dates. And I tell people sometimes you gotta get out of your comfort zone. Because sometimes what's meant for you is not within your comfort zone, it's the outside of your comfort zone. Like I said, as long as somebody can reach her and call her, and like I said, Brittany could have just easily, instead of going to Carbo, she could have just went ahead on and went with Amber. Or to make it even more safer, you know, Amber can go to Erica and say, well, you want to go with me to Spain and take Lawrence, and that would be a great trip for the four of them. That would have been cute. That would have worked too. Erica would have went, but then again, we have to worry about Jada. But I just think that would have been a good trip. And then again, Amber could have asked her. There's a lot of people Amber could have asked her sister. Candace and Chase would have been good to go. So there's other people she could have invited. So there's other options, but it would have been cute to have another couple. But I think Candace and Chase would have been great. That would have been funny. That would have been hilarious. Chase and Candace going on a trip with Amber and the new guy. That would have been cool. Now, as far as Tamara, that man put a bounty on that man's head to protect you. And at the end of the day, D would do anything to protect you. But the look on your face when you saw him hugging that female girl, you still want that man. Girl, that man has risked his life for you. And I get the fact you don't like what he does. You don't like when he don't come home. But you could have had those conversations versus just leaving the relationship. And now you with a man that's got you in the same situation that Zeus just got you in a few months ago that you just got out of. And now you back in the same situation. So I don't think it's the men. I think it's you. I think you need to change yourself to attract the men that you actually want. Because sometimes we got to change ourselves in order to attract the people that we actually really do want to be attracted to. And sometimes we have to represent ourselves in a different way in order to get the people that we want. As for Jocelyn and Mike, thank God Jocelyn know about Kendrick's cousin. And she is putting two and two together and figuring out that girl is the one behind what happened to Sonny and her husband. You wait till Sonny find out about that girl. And I'm glad that Mike figured it out just as quickly that she was setting her up. So Mike know that she the one that told her husband everything. So wait till Jocelyn tells Sonny. Sonny, I hope you learn a lesson from this. Because Amber ain't learned nothing. The least thing you can do is learn not to tell everybody your business, not to make everybody your friend. Because, honey, that girl behind that. You should have never trusted her. Just because you saw her at Mike's house, you should have left it at that, never said your name, and called it a day. Mike ain't there. Saw her in the robe, you should have known what it was then. Instead of befriending her. That girl is not to be trusted. As for Kendrick, send her back from when she came. Send her back. You should never took her on. Because your cousin has caused so much confusion. Just like that other girl that you hooked Ralphie up with is just as bad, if not worse. Kendrick, why did you do that to Ralphie? Why you do that to our big teddy bear? Why you do that to her? I done give your caddy. You can be my big daddy. Take it slowly. Heaven hold me. Gotta be your caddy. You can be my big daddy. Don't be messing with my big daddy like that. Don't be messing with our Raffy like that now. Now, every time y'all hear me talk about Raffy, y'all gonna hear me sing that song by Heavy D and the Boys, Big Daddy. Anyway, now, back to the situation with T Hustle and the fact that he's gonna be working with Jocelyn. T Hustle, please don't do that. Don't you smuggle no drugs up in there after everything she's done for you. Please don't do that, because that's gonna be that, and that's gonna suck. And that's not going to be good for Ralphie, and that's not going to be good for her. Don't you do that to your homegirl after everything she done for you. Don't do that. Don't you listen to your homeboy. As for Mike, I do love the fact that you are helping Sonny, but why don't you do the same thing for Melissa? As for Melissa, you need to move out your mom and them house. As for that sister of yours, why didn't your man do anything? Why are you going right back to her, knowing she's trying to get away from J-Mo? But yet y'all keep bringing her right back because y'all can't stop dealing with him because she's not dealing with him. That's the crazy part. And then Momo tell her you about to lose her to J-Mo. But at the end of the day, Mike, if you with Sonny, then it shouldn't even matter. Let her go back to J-Mo. Ernestine, girl, this man is playing your face. Got a farm in the back of your mama. Girl, do you not know what he's trying to do? He is trying to put drugs at your mama's house. What is wrong with you? Do you not understand that's the reason he doing all this? Because he wants to put drugs in your mama's house? Are you serious right now? Girl, don't be like Melissa. Don't do it. Don't do it. As for Flawless, girl, you should have known that dude was gonna do that to you. I don't care where you go, Flawless. Your past life is gonna come up because it's all over social media. Girl, people ain't never gonna forget the fact that you not only used to be a stripper, but you did OnlyFans. So people ain't never gonna let that go. That's just not gonna happen. As for Rolanda, you can't help Brittany, honey. You cannot help. Brittany loves her daddy and she wants y'all back together. And as an adult, I don't even care if my parents are together now. I don't even care. If they're not meant to be together, they're not meant together. But there are kids that even as adult, they want their parents back together. Her and Malachi do not need to be together. They need to be gone. They need to be done. And that need to be it. As for Melissa and Malachi, it's going to be only a matter of time before they end up sleeping together because it's already started. And that's how it began. She walked in and saw his wicker whacker and she going to end up sleeping with him. And besides, she don't like Rolanda anyway, so this would be the ultimate revenge. Her sleeping with not only David, but also Malachi. That's going to be epic. Now, as far as the way that Brittany acted with Muhammad, girl, you're wrong for that. That man was trying to give you opportunities, and you want to turn him down because you feel like that you're betraying your daddy. Girl, your daddy wouldn't do the same for you. At the end of the day, that man is trying to help you out, and you sitting up here doing him wrong, and you wonder why you ain't where you need to be. Black people, y'all can't go in there with that ghetto, ratchet, ignorant, stupid, dumb behavior. You can't do that. If somebody's offering you an opportunity, it go right back to what I said. God gonna bring you blessings, and you gonna be the reason that it ain't gonna happen. God gonna bring you opportunities, and you gonna be the reason that it ain't gonna happen. Okay? That's gonna be on you. Now, as far as Shayla is concerned, Candace, you should never went over there and did anything to her at all. And Shayla, you thought you were going to go in there and be big, whatever you want to call it, and that girl pretty much read you to filth. You thought you were going to go in there and thought you were going to mess up Candace's business, and it backfired miserably. And as for Shania, you can't ask Chase to sit up here and give Anthony any grace, considering the fact Anthony did not want to go talk to Shayla about what happened. As for Angeline, what goes around comes around, honey. You sat there and talked about Amber's marriage, and now it's happening to you. Now he's cheating with, hey, Poppy. Yeah, what's up, Poppy? Yeah, your husband is cheating. He told you should be paying attention to your marriage instead of Anthony, but no, you ain't do that. So now you better lose your husband to another woman, to a Hispanic woman at that, girl. And yet you talked about Amber and her marriage. My, how karma works. So now you kind of list your cousin to help you out. And you know what? I love Zachary because Zachary said you should have been paying more attention to Daddy instead of worrying about Anthony. Yeah, I'm like Zachary. I'm starting to think that the mama actually wants Anthony for herself. Well, y'all, I got to do a part 2 because there's a lot to cover. So with that being said, I will be back for part 2. Bye, y'all.